Hello colleagues, this is a video tutorial to show you how we can very easily create answer sheets from our exam papers with the minimum changes possible. And as you can see on the screen, I've just opened a past paper so that if you want to share this link, there aren't any confidentiality issues involved. Okay, first thing I recommend you to do is to save the file with a different name. As you can see here, I've saved it as answer sheet so that we can play around with this document safely with no risk of losing any information from the original exam paper. So once you have this new file, we need to do another thing before we can start making changes, which is to activate a new tab in our menu. So you see that here now I've got the options home, insert, design, layout, references, etc. Showing on the area, on the commands area of my Word. So what we will be doing now is to activate an extra tab that it's usually embedded in all our Microsoft Word packages, but rarely activated and made visible. So you don't need to download anything. We are just going to go to the settings of Word in File and tell Word that we want to see this new range of options. So we click on options and we will be customizing our ribbon. We select the right tab, press OK, and now it appears, it shows over here. So if we click on developer, we'll see that a new range of buttons and commands and controls appear. Don't worry, don't be scared. We are only going to use one or two of these options for what we need, and you'll see that it's very, very simple. So let's say, for a start, that we want to create a space for students to introduce their student ID number or their candidate number without being able to change anything else from the cover of the exam. So I'll click on the space that I want them to be able to add information, and I'll be using this first button here on the control section, the one that it's called Rich Text Content Control. So this button allows the student to add information, to type in information. So you see this new box comes up automatically. I can add another one over here, and students could, if they click on this, they'll be able to type and add their candidate number if they want to. So I'm going to delete it for now so that it's clean for them. Okay, so this option is really, really useful and will solve pretty much all the activities that need a short answer. For example, in this case, in the reading comprehension activities, we want students to tell us what's the line where they found the information, or what's the paragraph. So we can again ask them to type the answers. There is also an option of creating a drop-down menu, but I'm trying to keep all these very simple. So these are the options for creating drop-down menus if you need them to. Let's say this is very big for what you want, and it kind of changes the layout of your exam and the format, so you can simply add a space, and this area will still be editable, but it's not going to show the automatic text that says click here to edit. But if you want to make it a bit more prominent, we can tell the machine to highlight this area in a more lively color. So now students will see there's a pink area we want them to edit. If you like it, you can copy and paste throughout the table, and you see now there's an editable space for them to write the answers. Another very, very easy option that could be handy for you is the tickable box that we use in the true false activities, for example. So rather than letting them add a cross or a sign where's the right answer and risking them changing the whole layout and deleting information on the exam and making them waste time, we just want them to be able to click on a very, very simple box for them to say yes or no, or false and true. So if, let's say if you like it, we can select this, copy and paste throughout the table, and that's our true false activity ready to go. As for the writing task, students need to type in a couple of compositions, so I would simply add one of those rich text content control areas or editable spaces. And here when they click, then they can start typing their text. You know, you can see they can add paragraphs, they can add special characters if they want to, and they can enlarge and expand the box for as long as they need it. So it could even automatically open a new page if they are short of, if they need it, basically. Okay, when we are happy with our final answer sheet, then there's a very important step we need to make sure we do correctly, which is restricting the editing rights for this file. Basically, we want to make sure that some areas are blocked for students so that they cannot edit the text or the instructions of the activity. So for this, we'll click on restrict editing, and in this new panel we'll go straight to the second option that says editing restrictions. We will tick the option that says that we want to allow only a certain type of editing in this document from now on, and the type we want is the filling in forms type of editing activated. So once this is ready, we'll tell Word that we want this to be enforced, and it's gonna ask us a password. So this means that only people with this password will be able to edit the format, the layout of this document. So people without password will only be able to complete answers in the editable fields that we've allowed. So once this restriction is enforced, now you can save the form as a document, as a Word document, and send it or distribute it for students to download and complete through Microsoft Word. And the most important thing is that they save their answers as a PDF, so that when we receive them, there's no risk of losing any information while we are marking. And I think this is it from me for now. I hope this was useful, and if it's not useful for this time, then maybe for another time. Take care, bye.